That's for a solo video. Bleh.
While I drink soup. Okay, bye. Why am I nervous?
I'm
See you.
watching you, Wazowski. Always watching.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Foster the Meeple. You will notice that I am alone. This is the inaugural Jeff Does a Video series that we're gonna do moving forward because Jamie sucks on camera. Anywho, I'm here today to do a unboxing of what you can see in front of me. Tainted Grail by Awaken Realms. And it is designed by, I can never remember and can never pronounce, Krzysztof Piskorski and Marcin Swierkot. And I also will mention it comes with a surprise box. What? Sick. Anywho, I've been waiting for this game for a long time. Wasn't sure I was going to get my hands on it, as I've mentioned in other videos. Lance from Lancelot Games messaged me back in the spring and mentioned that he might have some coming in, and I snatched one up, and it just arrived. And I have not even taken a peek into these bad boys. I wanted to share it with you. So that's what we're going to do. First, I think we'll start with the surprise box and the original Tainted Grail. Let's check out what's in this bad boy. So I think this is a book about ISS Vanguard, but I'm not 100% sure. This is an art book for ISS Vanguard, also coming from Awaken Realms. ISS Vanguard is a game I'm going to pick up. I've decided to wait until that comes to retail. Cool little art book. It's still in plastic wrap, so I'll open it quickly and show you. So yeah, it literally is just showing some art from ISS Vanguard and giving you a quick synopsis of what ISS Vanguard is. Here's another, but yeah, just an art book. Beautiful. Hardcover too. Nice. I'm not sure what this is. Almanac of Avalon. Oh, cool. This is basically just explaining the map locations and giving a bit of lore, some art as well. I'll just show you quickly here. It might be hard to see just because it's brown, but that's the surprise box. And let's get to the nitty gritty, the cool stuff, the big stuff. Tainted Grail. Tainted Grail is a story-rich survival and an exploration game for 1 to 4 players set in a dark universe that blends Arthurian legends and Celtic mythology with a unique dark vision. Each player controls one of 4 unlikely heroes who must face impossible odds where stronger and wiser champions have failed. Chased by the encroaching, twisted power of weirdness, fighting an uphill battle against depleting resources and challenging encounters. The characters set out to achieve the impossible and die many times in the process. A system of story triggers lets players see the long-term consequences of their actions, while a deep, branching storyline allows them to tackle problems in different ways, ensuring no 2 games play alike. That sounds insane. This game is a big boy and it is insanely heavy, so I imagine there are a ton of components to get through, but let's get started. I'm so friggin' excited for this. Oh my god. Let's set this here because it's cool. So this is the core box of Tainted Grail. First up we have, as you would suspect, this is actually a start guide. So looks like it helps you organize everything to start and then walks you through a first turn, first scenario, that sort of thing. So quick start guide, I'm assuming, is what this is. Quality paper, as Jamie would mention. Love the paper. I'm sure she would too. And then we have the actual Tainted Grail rulebook. I mean, the artwork on this is just absolutely gorgeous. Next up, we have a massive book that is in some cardboard. So this looks like it's a exploration journal, much like in Sleeping Gods with the map and that sort of thing. I don't want to dig too deep into this because, yeah, there's spoilers, so I'm not going to. I'm assuming this is the book you would use for the quests to develop the story and interact with NPCs, and I'm not going to go through it because I don't want to spoil myself and I don't want to spoil you. Big, thick boy. Looks like a lot of content, which is awesome. Okay, I'm not, again, 100% sure what these are, but it looks like there's 4 characters here. Ali, Arev, Maggot, and Bayor. And I'm assuming, so these look like handwritten letters. They're beautiful, really flimsy, kind of almost like they would be real letters. And I'm assuming these are backstory information for each character, which again, I'm not gonna spoil. What we have is similar paper, very kind of flimsy, old school feeling. I believe it is maps and they're all the same. So I'm assuming each character gets their own map. As you can see, we have a package of save sheets. So in Tainted Grail, you can save campaigns, obviously. These are just the save sheets, which outline player notes, character information, locations, that sort of thing. Oh boy, you can't really see it, but the tray that exists in this game is impeccable. Everything's got a nice little location. It's very deep. All right, so these are player boards, and I'll get these out of shrink wrap. They are recessed, which is awesome. I definitely should have brought a knife or scissors, which I can see. All right, let's crack these bad boys open.
I cannot get this open, people. Jeez, why is this? Why did they like shrink wrap this bad boy? It's ridiculous. I mean, I get it, protect the stuff, but holy moly. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna get it. A little bit at a time.
Now we're cooking with oil. Right, Jamie? Jamie likes to think the expression is cooking with oil as opposed to cooking with gas. She is completely incorrect. So we have our 4 player boards, and these are beautiful, beautiful player boards. I can't pronounce Ailey or Ali. She looks like she's a healer. Bayor, who looks like a bit of a warrior. Like, again, these might be the most beautiful player boards I've seen. They're absolutely gorgeous. I just discovered that you actually can take the player character out, and there are setup instructions on the back. That is insanely cool. Maggot and Aev, and I'm assuming each one has a different type of class, maybe magic, healing, etc, etc, etc. There's a ton of components, so I'm gonna go super quick, or as quick as I can, because they're pretty traditional things, and I don't know a ton because I haven't really played the game or read the rules or anything. So looks like we have some purple cubes, which I'm assuming are for some sort of trait to track on your player board. Same deal with the red cubes. There's a ton of cards in here. Looks like maybe some event cards or something to that effect. We have some combat cards. We have advancement pool. I'm assuming these are character upgrades. Diplomacy cards, which I'm not sure what exactly those are. Revealed locations, so it looks like locations will have cards associated with it with some text on the back. Again, I'm not going to read because I don't want to spoil anything. Encounter cards, so I'm assuming you encounter things as you travel. More encounter cards, and I believe they're different types. So this just says you are going insane. So I'm wondering if there are conditions that your characters can get, and these would apply to your character. Insanity, poison, that sort of thing. So those are the cards. I'm not going to remove them from shrink wrap right now because I'm not going to be playing this game immediately. I'm going to paint the minifigures before we play it. We need to get through Sleeping Gods and some other bigger campaign stuff that we have before we tackle this. This just says open and play. Do not shuffle this card pack. Maybe enemies, perhaps. Not entirely sure, but we have some... I'm not really sure what these are. Oh, they have what looks like hourglass symbols on them and crowns. So perhaps turn markers. But yeah, these are just some, again, really unique looking components that I've never seen before. It almost looks like they snap on top of something else. And then we have some other funky looking tokens that I've never seen in a different game than this. They're red with... yeah, I'm not even sure. I will know once I learn how to play the game what these all are. Not right now. We have some what look like coins with skulls on them. Likely something I will paint if this is currency. Skulls on one side, crowns or chalice on the other side, sorry. We have the infamous silica gel. Throw these away, do not eat them. Item cards, stack of item cards. Secrets, which again, I'm not going to spoil or look on the other side because I don't want to spoil it for myself. We have a couple D6s with, one is actually a traditional D6 with some cool art on them. And then we have another D6 which has a bunch of different symbols on it, an S, an X, a W. One side is blank, and it looks like almost kind of ruins. So there must be a reason for those that I'm obviously not familiar with. I think that's all of the non-minifigure components. And now we're off to the minifigures. Looks like there is 4 minifigures for the characters, 3 big boys, which I'm assuming are bosses or something to that effect. And then we have a 4th minifigure that might be like some sort of mini boss or something. But anyway, I'll pull these all out. So first up, we have a minifigure. None of these are painted. So this is Maggot. And maybe somehow Jamie can get some cool B-roll for these bad boys. But you have 1 minifigure for Maggots, one for Aev, so he's carrying a big scythe, which is super cool. And we have another one for Aaliyah, kind of a nature-looking individual. Again, I think she's a healer. And then last up for the characters, we have Beor. He's got a big hammer. They're good-sized minis. They feel good. I don't really have any issues with these that I'm seeing. Really excited to paint these. But yeah, that's the 4 main characters. Again, I don't know who these are. I'm assuming these are some sort of boss or something that effect. This is a big boy. Looks like he's got 4 arms like Goro in Mortal Kombat. Really cool. And then we have what looks like 3 sort of like angels of death or something really cool. So these are big boys and they're all similar, but they are in different poses. So we have one that looks like they're praying. They also have 4 arms, praying but is holding a sword. And then we have one with their arms shackled above them, but their other 2 arms holding a sword. And then one more with a chalice in their hands shackled down below them. Again, super awesome minis. Like these are really cool. Like this guy doesn't even have any like ribs. You can see right through them. All right, I should have paid attention to which one went where. Whoopsies!
This one goes here. And then you make it here. That team. No.
It's like a puzzle. Super impressive. So that is the core box of Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon. And now I'm going to open the expansion. So there's 2 expansions in this box. It is Age of Legends and the Last Night campaigns. So these were stretch goals that I got from Lance. And I'm super excited because it adds a ton of gameplay to these games. So I'm just going to read briefly here. In the Last Night, players foray into frozen apocalyptic Avalon 400 years after the core box campaign's events. There, they see the aftermath of all decisions made during the Fall of Avalon and bring the history of human conquest to a conclusion, while tackling unique new encounters, a new exposure mechanic, and dangerous locations with the help of their unlikely ally. Age of Legends takes place 600 years before the core box campaign, throws the characters into a thrilling story alongside legends such as King Arthur, Lancelot, Merlin, and Nimue, allowing players to discover the origins of many myths and places they came to know in the other campaigns. While traveling beautiful wild Avalon, characters will also get to command entire armies and build structures thanks to the new military power mechanic. Together with the basic Fall of Avalon campaign, these 2 new stories create an intricately connected trilogy that spans a full millennium and is told across hundreds of exciting locations and journal pages, offering a board game experience unlike any other. I mean, come on! Get me into this! How cool did that sound? I'm all jazzed up, man. It adds 30 chapters, 2 to 3 hours each. 60 to 90 hours of gameplay, which is insane. Oh, God, I can't wait. Anywho, let's get this bad boy open. I love this original. Oh yeah, no box farts though. Similar to the core box, the first thing I'm seeing is the save sheet. Yeah, we have 2 bundles of save sheets, one for each individual expansion, so Age of Legends and Last Night. Again, we have what looks like some letters. There's a bunch of these, so there's got to be a lot of characters in here, I'm assuming. These are all the letters. I'm not going to spoil it. We have the silica gel, and again, throw these away, do not eat. I see how this is going to work. It looks like in the core box, I had shown you the recessed player boards and how the character actually pops out and you can put a new one in. This one actually comes with character cardboard that you can slide into those sections. Perhaps the same characters in each, but I'm not 100% sure here. These are the exact same. I'm assuming since both of these came together, this is just the way they're packaged, but it's 4 new character boards to put into those recessed things. So we have, Duana, Thabalt, Saolin. Oh, Jamie's gonna love her. Oh, Jamie. Kaolin, Wolf Rider. She looks like a ranger elf. Yeah, Jamie's gonna be into that one. And the last one is Naazer, Naazer. So there's 4 new characters. So it did come with 4 others, but they're the exact same, which doesn't Does that make thematic sense? I thought it was 400 after and before. Something seems in error here. All right, people, we found an error. So unfortunately, in my box, I've been given duplicates of 4 of the characters. Probably gonna have to check in with Awaken Realms to see if I can get the correct player boards. But yeah, so the other 4 characters are supposed to be Maud, Dagon, Sloan, and Fiol. Those are the 4 I don't have. Not a huge deal. It's going to be a while before I can get my hands into this to play. So, all right, next up we have the exploration journal, just like in the first original box. So big, thick journal with, I'm assuming, the story and events and all the things you need to play the game. I'm pretty bummed out by those player cards. The extra journal for the last night. So what we have are, there's a help card I see here, and it looks like some location information. So I'm assuming when you uncover areas and travel to locations, these cards will explain to you what that location is. Another help card, and I'm assuming these are story cards. Silica gel, again, don't eat it. We have what look like some secrets and secrets. So we have some secrets, and I don't want to spoil, so I'm not going to look at them. Encounter cards and encounter cards. Again, the components are pretty similar here. We have event cards, encounter cards, so lots of encounter cards. And then some more event cards, and it does look like this game has a donkey in it. There is a donkey, a pack donkey, and he's got a little minifigure, and he must carry around your stuff. He's so cute! Donkey. So that's pretty much it in this box. There's no components. I'm assuming you use all of the components from the core box. These are all just encounter event cards, more encounter cards, special cards, etc., etc. If you've played any sort of like dungeon crawler, similar to like Gloomhaven or, you know, Imperial Assault or anything like that, the components are very similar across the board. And then lastly in this box we have what everyone's here for, the minifigures. It looks like there are 8 minifigures here for the respective characters, 4 of which I don't have the player cards for. And then the donkey has his own minifigure. So this is the pack donkey, and it's basically a donkey loaded up with gear, and it is super cute. And I'm excited. Like, again, the details on these minis, it's insane. And then, again, we have the minifigures. I'm not going to list the names because I'm missing 4, so I don't really know who's who, except for the 4 I have. Looks like she's carrying a little bone harp, which is pretty neat. And then we have this girl. So more female characters in this game, which is awesome. She's got a little cool eagle on staff, it looks like, which is neat. Very witch looking like. We have a traditional looking warrior type. Good size minis too. Similar in size to Gloomhaven. Big belly warrior dude with a big meat cleaver of a sword. And then we have what I'm assuming will be Jamie's character because she has a wolf with her as well. Very elven features and ranger it looks like. And then we got a dude that looks like he's holding a scroll. Oh man, these are insane. This game just comes with the figures for the characters and the donkey. So there's no enemies or anything to that effect. I'm assuming you would use some from the core box, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I will mention again, you can't see it, but the tray holds everything perfectly. And I really, really appreciate that from games. Like, everything fits. That is Tainted Grail, Age of Legends, and Last Night campaigns. So overall, this is my type of game. I know dungeon crawlers aren't loved by everyone, but I love them. And just sifting through these boxes, I can tell the components are insane quality. I mean, it's Awaken Realms. It's kind of a given. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you so much for joining me on my inaugural solo video. Jamie has abandoned me. She's given up the channel. So it's gonna just be me from here on out. The talent, right, Jamie? She said good luck editing, which is valid. Anywho, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, please subscribe. You can join us on Discord. How do I do this?
Join us on Discord.
So if you like what you see, please subscribe. And please feel free to join us on Discord. We have a joint Discord set up with Table Knots. It's been growing exponentially. We have a ton of fun over there. There's tons of topics. Don't be afraid to join and jump in the conversations. Lots of knowledgeable people talking about games and movies and video games and all of the things. We've also set up a Patreon. Obviously, no obligation to join it, but it does help us keep costs down and continue to put out content for you guys. Obviously, if you're looking for any local games or looking for games locally, feel free to stop by at the Boardroom Game Cafe for us here in Halifax, and that's located on Barrington Street. I'll have the information down below here. And yeah, what else? Oh, and yes, if you want to interact with us on social media, primarily myself, you can find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and all of those other things. Not TikTok. We're not on TikTok, I don't think. No TikTok. Thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed this. I stumbled through this. I'm super nervous, but I did it, and I'm proud of myself. And I will see you next time. Later days.
Later days. There you go, Jeffy. Your first solo video.
That's not easy. It's gonna look up my nose and see my boogies. So what's my intro? Hello everyone. Oh, the outro. I feel like you're judging me.
I'm not. Jeez.
Jamie's gonna have to edit all of this out. Jamie's also upstairs in complete silence, listening to me. She just answered, so she's obviously listening to me. I love a good recess board, and the fact that you can pop these off are, I don't know, something turned off. I think maybe the one on my right, but I haven't really been using it. I'm gonna take a sip of my soup. Look at these.
Ooh,
And look,
recessed.
look. I feel like this is dumb.
Why?
I don't know, I just feel like I suck at it.
No, you don't. I'm listening. It sounds good. I'm giving Jared a play-by-play.
Look at these, man, like,
They're good painting size.
so much detail.
Spooky.
This is the only girl, though. Yes.
Dibs. Dibs on her.